know, my friends, it. I don't know if you ever heard of this Dr. Oz. He comes on. He's on the television. He's credible. I like him. There's a lot of things, but you know, they. It's amazing how little. Sometimes these. That's why you gotta watch your information, my friends. You gotta know where you're getting it from. Now he said. The first thing hit me one time I caught. He says he was talking about the wonders of arginine, and you take 2 pills with each meal. And I said, oh God, I could have fell out. That's the worst thing you can do. The worst thing you could do, because the arginine doesn't. Once you put it, combine it with protein, it loses targeted medicinal effect. Arginine, taking it separately without protein, very important. It's like a medicine. It works just like a medicine. A lot of doctors in the know prescribe it for healing. It's good for obesity. It's one of the most abundant amino in the body. And the level of glutamine will really contribute a lot to how quick you recover, you see. But it's obvious he's just not into it. He doesn't have a feel for it. I don't know where he got that information from. But he didn't have a feel, and I saw that. So people take that and say, oh, that stuff don't work. If you take it with protein, it combines with proteins, one of the amino acids, and the isolated effect doesn't work. You've got to take all isolated aminos without protein. None of them are protein in itself. Then another one I caught, some idiot gets on his program, and I say he doesn't know. And you know, he has a lot of information that's credible. They said, take your multiple vitamin. When I heard that, I almost fainted. And cut it in half, and take half in the morning and half at night. Now, my friends, he used multiple vitamins like generic name. You have a multiple vitamin like Centrum. If you take 6 of them, they're worthless. Because it's loaded with the minimum daily, and they don't even know what the minimum daily is. And he's talking about cut it in half, your vitamin. So what is the potency that you cut in half? A Centrum? They don't say cut it in half. Then he had another bunch of idiots on there, because I call them idiots. It infuriates me, claiming you don't need supplements. So right back to the same old story. It's a waste of time and money. They don't work. That's documentation. And you don't need documentation from these so-called lab guys. Just on yourself. You try these supplements and you see the dramatic results of taking them. It's almost make me sick, to be honest with you, because and people look at that's the only information they have, and they think, look, it saved my life because I had, excuse me, I had worked so hard when I first did my website, and I was working 10, 12 hours a day, 7 days a week, that I went into heart failure. This was about 5 years ago. I started to hold fluid. My pulse was racing to try to compensate because my heart was weakening because I was wearing myself out. So I took my pulse. It was 165. I said, wow, that's kind of high. But I didn't feel it because I was taking all those supplements. I didn't feel anything. And I noticed I was getting heavier around the waist. My legs was getting heavier. And I said, something's wrong. Let me call the doctor. So when I called him, he says, what? Leroy. I said, what? Drop everything. I said, what do you mean? And go to the emergency room. I said, I'm not going to the emergency room. That's all it is. I'm not going to the emergency room. So he says, you in heart failure. I said, what? He said, come to my office in the morning. I went to the office in the morning. They took me to the hospital right away, and they drained about 3/4 of fluid out of me. That's how much fluid. I was carrying, my friends, 40 pounds of fluid. My heart was struggling. I had no idea because I was loading up on the supplement. So anyhow, they said, well, we got to keep you here. I said, no, you're not keeping me here. They said, Leroy. I said, you're not keeping me here. That's all. I said, what I got to do? They said, well, you give me some water pills. You got to. All I did, I took the water pills for a while. I stopped working 12 hours a day, picked up on my V vitamins, picked up on my CLA, picked up on my vitamin C, picked up on the B complex was the most important vitamin you could take. And when I went back to the doctor, he was astounded. He said, what did you take? What were you taking? I put him on the vitamins. He taken, I had to give him a list of vitamins I was taking. He said, you know what? I cannot believe it. He said, I thought I was going to lose you. He said, because people don't get that pulse rate lift. I said, because Doc, it must have been a strength mark. He said, it had to be. What do you, and now I put him on the DHEA. I put him on, and my hands are medical doctor, because they're not taught. They're not taught, my friends, to maintain. I'm not knocking them, because I go to find out how my body's working. If I got a pneumonia, see, or something like that, you need antibiotic. You need quick attack. Quick attack on those things. Supplements build you. It takes time to build up your system. It's not a one-shot thing. That's why I get these idiots that tell, oh, I took the glutamine, it didn't work. He take it once to do it, because he didn't even focus to see if it worked, and he probably didn't use it right. If you mix the glutamine or any of the isolated vitamins with protein, it's not going to work. Anyhow, I just wanted to get that across to you. And as I must say to you, before you, my friends that listen to me, they know what they're going to get when it's over. To be continued.